And two, would always wondered if some of this is too personal, you don't have to answer, but when you told Steve Jobs that you were quitting Apple, what transpired? I mean, did you guys almost come to blows? Did you give each other a hug? I mean, what was said?
First of all, the entire movie was truthful. The entire movie was drama. Basically, they didn't interview any of the principals in the movie. People like myself, Steve Jobs, Bill Gates, because they were afraid of the legal holdups it would cause. And every incident in the movie actually occurred. And every incident in the movie had the meaning that was portrayed in the movie. But they had to make up the scenes. They were able to capture personalities like Steve Jobs and Bill Gates, even myself a bit, well, because we're in the news a lot. And they capture the personalities as actors. All of the other minor players, the scenes that were there, they had to kind of manufacture their own scenes and make them up. So the wording, the people, how they acted, what they would use. Once in a while, the scenes would be way out of time. They had that meaning, but at a different point in time. So everything really in the movie happened. I just thought it was the greatest way to portray the whole story because it was so entertaining. I never read the Apple books, you know, I just hate it because I always find things that is ridiculous. It's not interesting, it's boring, it's not truthful. And my wife wanted to watch that movie, so I had a little bootleg tape from Andy Birdsville that plugged in a month earlier. Plugged it in, I don't know where I got it. I plugged it in, and she was going to watch it, and I was just dragged to it right from the first scene. Just grabbed it like an Apple product. I never left Apple, so that scene in the movie would have been erroneous or just presented wrong. No, I never went off the payroll of Apple, actually. Matter of fact, when I left once to start a company to build remote controls, it was a neat idea. I like small little companies with a small group of people you can all share jokes with and you're all together in this thing. And I showed Apple on a blackboard what I was doing. I got a letter saying it's not competitive, we wish you well. I even stayed as an Apple employee with an employee contract. I can't do things that compete with Apple. And so there was no argument. Never talked to Steve. I've never had an argument with Steve in my life. Nobody's ever seen one. There just hasn't been one. Sometimes they keep wanting to portray our differences as bigger than they are. You know, that we really have some disgruntlement against each other. I still get a small salary, whatever it is.